No, 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 no. Play my character. I'm literally just starting. I just sent out the invite right now. Yo, I can't wait. This is a big game right here. Oh, we're home too. Oh, we gotta defend the house. Yeah, max that out. I would max that out first. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I would not crash. They would not stop me. Tenfold. I would do what is it? My defense first. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I would not crash. Honey y'all dash. 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 Yeah. They can't get it because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damages. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Beat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. I would max out defensive rebound off the rip. We emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I would not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go, D. Let's go.
I'm going to mute myself, you heard?
He's cracked.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Leonard Fournette, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Echo. Check three. Fire.
On 2nd down, Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
No. Watch safety creep. Safety's. Hey, box drop. Get it.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Brees. And this is Cook with a grab. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down, New Orleans. Ready?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Brees. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very solid gain of 27.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jared Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. Caught here by Conley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here's Minshew. He's got it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Ready? 95-56. Check. Block 54. Block 54. And watch that. And watch the block.
Now Breeze on third down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll toss it to Fournette. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Now Minshew. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
Come on, set, 50, plant. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On third down, Fournette. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
Go. 70, Indy.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second down and goal. Minshew got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Here's Breeze to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long.
11.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Escaping the pressure right.
Yo.
Yo.
Invite Ron down to here. Well, my bad. I'm in the zone right now. You feel me?
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Yo, crazy. I'm about to get an X Factor.
With Leonard.
So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew.
We got it.
He completes it to Westbrook.
Dude, I'm on the
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19.
Dude, if you had a good line and you can run and stop him.
I think that call was made not so much
Oh,
to
dude,
try and
I already
get the
have
first down,
48
although
rushing
they would have
for the
taken
Saints
it, they
right
could have gotten it. But to give their
I
corner
know.
a little bit of
My
space and
line
try and
is
help out their
just-
defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion
Oh,
on
dude,
3rd.
I'm killing him with the pass right now. I did my research before I played. I saw what he was good at and what he was lacking at. He's giving up too many passing yards. He's giving up way too
The
much
Saints
passing.
offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Breeze now on first down. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas.
Oh, he got it.
A man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Document tonight, bro.
Lutz with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Morstead out now.
I already told Tyree.
I just got on the first time today.
Take some straight.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's going to get 200 rushing yards if possible.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off play action, it's Minshew. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete.
Position called that.
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He's got the hook up with Conley.
That's why I'm spinning.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
He gets it, so this is like a big stop.
Check. Hey, Haywood.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
Yeah.
I want to yell.
That boy should be stomping, bitch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, we got to figure this out. We got to figure this out. We got to see what to do. I know I want to something along the lines with, you know what I'm saying, making this league more competitive. You know, make a little, you know, bulletin.
Now, Breeze again.
But they got to be in order. They got to be.
And it's caught. The tight end Hill.
Constructive sentences so
and a nice
people
gain of 21 yards.
And we'll elaborate.
And the former first pick of the second round of the 2001 draft doing his thing.
And the beauty of watching him play is progression. Yeah, he can throw it deep, but how about his ability to hit secondary targets, underneath targets, and hits them with accuracy?
Into the red zone, it's Breeze.
This is you under that
and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Watch the pass.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Yeah, he got the same build as me. He played a little too fast.
I don't think I played with him.
He played a little too fast, man. You like him?
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
What about y'all play with hesitation?
I didn't play with him.
I know you have, Rich. You wasn't on me. You wasn't on me, though. Y'all play with hesitation? Hello, Andrew?
Like 22, he's got.
Again, it's Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Who the hell played this? Did EJ play today?
Lutz good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
The
Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Big Ed, big Ed, big Ed. Kill.
Now Breeze. And Thomas has it.
That should have been a pick. I fucking
taken
read
down,
that.
but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I can't talk.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34.
Crazy.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. This is caught by Gill. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Ready? You ready? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 11. 54. Mike 54.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Gibbs got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Can I just change this one?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a first carry for their fullback. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Easy up. Opposite. 5.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas.
Fucking go
2
ahead.
yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Brought the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And Lutz puts this one through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready? Yellow waiting.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 2, Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First down.
He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First down, New Orleans.
All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
We got this at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun give to Fournette. And that, not a sight you want to see. Leonard Fournette very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You crazy? I'm about done now.
Let's go. Hey, Charlie. Here we go. Transport the mic. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Here's Minshew. Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
You putting him back in?
Hell yeah, put that nigga in. That nigga better fucking put his fucking cup on.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You're mad on me.
They would have put him in regardless, though.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Throwing now is Brees. Looking long for Thomas.
Get a fucking ball, you piece of shit.
It's caught at the 10. A big play. Brees finding Thomas. 57 yards.
No way.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Oh yeah, I picked it.
Brees now on 1st down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees turning back the clock. 5 touchdown passes for him on the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
You added there. You gotta add that franchise. Man, to be real with you, bro, I don't look like it, dog. Like, I might just have to make some cuts now. And then You know what I'm saying?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they took the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Bro, you seen that shit? I had the ball, my guy's fucking breaking it, and the guy just jumped the fucking route out of nowhere.
So another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Calais Campbell on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
When
10
you
yards, good
the
for
player,
the Saints, first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
On first down, Murray able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
What are some tips you think you would give a user to be a great user in connected franchises?
Ready, yellow lady, kill.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Calais Campbell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Yeah. This is what I have first. First I have.
That's the only way to do it. Besides that,
I'm trying to get 10. I'm trying to get at least like 10. That's 6 or 5 so far.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Make sure you progress your young talent. Be smart with your money, cap room. Be aware of your O&D schemes, and then basically explaining like 5.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on second down. Minshew. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Looking to throw it. Minshew. That is knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
This shit crazy, man. Run down here, run down the gun. Loquitron.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. On fourth down, Minshew. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. 53. Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Hey, Zoo. Get the ball, team. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, watch that.
Now Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1.